computer. Let's see. So give it 1 minute. Oh, so it's Saturday night, huh? It's beautiful day up here, or beautiful night here in Fairbanks. What's the temperature down in Wasilla?
I don't know, but it was around 10 degrees earlier.
We're pretty close then. Could you turn your phone the other way?
Hey?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Have I been sideways the whole time?
No, not the whole time.
Oh.
We're you're good. I think yeah. So I don't know if we're live streaming right now or not. I just I have no idea. That was such a incredible endeavor. Yeah, we're good. We are actually.
Yeah.
Live stream.
It was live on Facebook, so.
Cool. So I am here in Alaska. We're doing this for the Veterans Action Council. The Veterans Action Council has, over the past couple of weeks, done a lot of research on the shortcomings of the veterans resources for healthcare up here. Maybe not shortcomings, but lack of capability when it comes to our healthcare. And I decided to kind of put this together last minute. I guess the unique thing with this live broadcast, live stream, is that we've never spoke to before this. We've gotten to know over the past 45 minutes, hour, while trying to fix the computer. But up until this point, we were strangers, and we are here to discuss our interactions with the VA up in Alaska. So yeah, it's one of those things that is completely foreign to most people. Having some people that have to fly from outside villages to go get their health care. I'm not familiar with anybody out in Alaska that actually has to do that in the lower 48. So I think it's an incredible hardship on the veteran and the VA itself. So I have no ill will towards the VA, but I think there are some things that could be done better. I'm gonna let our two guests introduce themselves. Greg, do you want to start off?
How's it going, everybody? My name is Greg Dunn. Right now I'm a wildlife biologist for the Forest Service, but I'm a veteran of OEF, OIF, all that great stuff. And right now, just to give you a background, in Sitka, we only have a VA liaison. In order to get primary care, we got to fly to Juneau, which takes the whole day because there's only one flight out and one flight in Sitka. So on most days. And then if we need any care beyond that, we have to either fly to Anchorage or Seattle, and that takes at least 2 to 3 days to complete. I believe the VA does the best they can. I've had good experiences in Juneau, especially because I have back issues. That's most of my issues right now, back and gout and arthritis. So when I went there, they were very great to me. They were welcoming to me, and I said, hey, if I had this unit at home, I wouldn't have to come in so much. So they got me that unit within a week, a TENS unit, to help with my back and the constant pain, because I refuse to take any opioids or any kind of prescription drugs for it. So, so they did that in a week, and it's helped. The pain's gonna always be there, but it helped at least. And and also I have my wife at home is a veteran of OIF as well, and she's never had a positive experience with the VA. They don't believe there's anything such as a combat veteran here for women. They treat them like crap. If I'm with her, they ask, "Are you just here with your husband for the day?" They don't believe in vertigo. They don't believe in TBIs for women. They don't believe in anything, basically, headaches, whatever, migraines, and they just don't have the services to help women. They don't have the necessary people to help women with their special stuff. And we've been dealing with that for the last 10 years. But the 5 years we've been up here it's been a little better than where we've been before because we have experience in Arizona, New Mexico, and Louisiana. And everywhere we've been, it's been horrible. And Arizona's the worst. But Alaska is pretty close second, so to that. And it's mainly because we can't get care. And unless you want to take a couple days out of your time, and when you have kids, it's really hard to get away. And so that's where we come from right here.
Lori,
No. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Well,
would you mind? I mean,
the audio keeps cutting in and out. So I'm a 6 year. I did 6 years in the Coast Guard, and right now I'm a stay-at-home mom and a local artist. So I haven't had the best luck with the VA. I know it's not the people that work there because they're all generally pretty nice, but the whole how it runs is completely not cool.
yeah.
So
you
I mean, the people are great.
was that usually you say usually it's great?
Yeah, usually the people that you deal with, are really nice and great. It's not fault that, stuff happens and everything. So the VA as a whole sucks, but the individuals in it are pretty good. I've had a couple of bad experiences with a couple doctors, but
yeah, I think that's.
oh no, yeah.
I think that's the general consensus is it's the system that's wrong. Like doctors don't come into the VA to to veterans or people don't apply for that job to do sub work. It's the system itself. It's not communicating with one or the other departments or
Exactly.
Yeah, saying like female healthcare is severely lacking up here. Same thing with behavioral health stuff, at least up here in Fairbanks. Up here in Fairbanks, we have to go on base to go to the VA center, the Veterans Affairs clinic. So you got to go on base. I mean, which is a hassle within itself.
Right.
And I mean, I think they've now opened the gates to veterans with actual veteran IDs, but it's just you got to go through armed guards to get your medical. To most of the time, just go and sit in front of a computer and talk to your doctor. On telecare, and it's something that really, it's a hassle or it's something that you're going into, and you're not face to face with a doctor. So you're not face to face, and why do you have me coming out here to sit in a room and do this, just to get my blood pressure or something? So I think it's something that really needs to be addressed because, I mean, in the military, you're not supposed to. Like, it's one of the biggest, one of the most well-known sayings is never leave a person behind, never leave a man behind or a woman behind, and I see that happening a lot up here. And like I said, it's not by any fault of the doctors. It's the lack of doctors, lack of funding, it's lack of leadership down the lower 48 that's not providing the necessary accommodations for us. And I know so many people that are veterans that aren't signed up with the VA because they don't trust the treatment that they get. Greg, how do you see that? I know you're flying only, really, in Sitka, right? You're not in Sitka, in down south.
Yeah, in Sitka, we're fly only to get care. We've tried to use the choice system here. It doesn't work that well. I mean, because we just don't have any doctors really anyway. So, it's we have a regional medical center here in Sitka, but it's more focused towards Native Alaskans than it is us. So it doesn't work so well. If they made a partnership, it would probably work a lot better. But still, it's that would take a lot of work for that to work. But yeah, we fly everywhere. So to go to Juneau today, it's only 90 miles away, but to go to Juneau today, because you have to go buy the flights. You leave at 6 a.m, you come back at 8 o'clock at night. So
Yes.
to get to Anchorage, it's 1,000 miles, or Seattle's almost 1,000 miles too. So we're right in the middle. And it all depends on what you need services for. If it's something dealing with your back, your knees, or whatever, you usually have to fly to Seattle because they have the care there. They don't have it in Anchorage.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's also the benefit. We can either go to either one. That's kind of nice. I think that's a benefit. You get to go to the closest one, but the closest one's either one. So it's whichever one has the thing you need. So
yeah, that's Pennsylvania to Florida. So,
yeah. Basically.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do for pretty much any checkup or anything like that. Like primary care. Do you have any primary care resources in Sitka, or is it
we do, but they don't have primary care. Is you go in just to see them and say, hey, I need to go see somebody else.
And they
can't. Yeah. They're good for if you get the flu or something.
Yeah.
Common cold
infection and
yeah, but flu anymore.
But beyond what we get here, a lot of people, the most veterans I know here, all have back issues. That doesn't help here. So.
Yeah, TENS machine's a wonderful thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's
we use ours every day. So.
Yeah, things saved my life. But so I mean, I think it's so hard for people to grasp it. Like any little thing that you have to go get more than anything, much more than a primary care physician. You have to literally get in a plane, do the milk run. So the milk. So for those who don't know what the milk run is, it's pretty much a round trip hitting all the island, or all the island only big villages or cities.
No. I wasn't in your account.
And it starts at 6 a.m. And then
it starts at 6 a.m. in Sitka and goes to Juneau, and then it goes around. Yeah. So.
We'll just sit on the plane until it takes off again, like a legit 737, and it just pulls up. And it's like a bus stop, pretty much.
That's what it is. Yep. And and another thing that makes it even more difficult is because the ferry system's been down so much. We used to be able to take a fast ferry, which is 8 hours. We call it the fast ferry, but to go to Juneau too. So we don't even have that option right now anymore. So it's only by plane.
What happened to the ferry?
The funding.
Oh, well, yeah, that's too bad. You get to bring your vehicle with you on that, though, right?
Yeah, it helps. So you go resupply yourself in a different city. So, but that's the issue we've found is this whole area, because we're on an island. We can only get to places a certain way. It's just the way it is. But they have the ability to connect with like the regional medical centers in each area, and Sitka's one of those. They have the ability to do it. They just haven't.
Yeah.
There's things they can do, and then they get doctors that come in every quarter, specialists that come in every quarter that you could use.
They don't allow you to, or is it just?
Well, it all depends if you can get an appointment. So,
yeah.
And that's the other part. So not only do you have to fly, but if you need something else besides primary care, it takes forever to get an appointment because there's so many veterans in this small area of Southeast that Juneau just gets bombarded. So yeah, it takes a long time to get an appointment. And they have a little tiny office there. It's just a little primary care office, really, is what I see when I've been there. I was like, it's not much more than what we have here. And then, so they get bombarded, so they can't really, So pretty much you're going to Anchorage or Seattle.
Gotcha. Yeah, so you go down to Anchorage Medical Center? Or is there there's a veterans clinic down in Wasilla, isn't there?
There's there's one main medical one, and then there's also like I go out here for the psychiatrist or whatever she is. And but other than that, if you want anything done, they expect you to go to Anchorage and go to sick call and everything.
Yeah, that's what they expect you to do. Well, if we need anything more than primary care, we get sent down to Anchorage or Seattle also, which is significant. And it's not right in between. We're not right in between Seattle or Anchorage, so it's not too bad of a flight down. And there's multiple flights, but like where I live, it's 30 miles. I'm 30 miles away from Fairbanks International Airport. So if I want to drive up there and leave my car there for the day and then drive back, I mean, it starts to really put a hole in my pocket, especially when so they give us reimbursement, or they'll pay for our plane ticket, but you have to go for reimbursement for like your taxi ride from the airport and back, and like you have no idea how long you're going to be in your appointment, and you're flying in at 06, and you'll probably give you the last flight out to make sure you don't miss it. So you're gone from 6 in the morning to 6 at night, possibly later. It takes so much out of you. It's the entire day. And I mean, really, for just to go, get something looked at, or go get a checkup for something minor, or comp and pension, where like my thing was they wanted to reeval me, and I couldn't get down there, and they called me the first time, didn't call me the second. They sent my paper, or my new appointment, to an address that I no longer lived at for about 4 years, and they cut off my benefits. And so it's like, you expect me to get to an appointment that's 360 miles away from my house, and then cut me off like that appointment. Like if I miss that one appointment that you addressed to the wrong house that has been updated several times prior to that, and then cut off my lifeline. It's crazy, but I mean that's not something that's unique to Alaska. With you miss an appointment, and they drop you from your benefits, but it's pretty hardcore when this far away from where they want you to go see a doctor. It's pretty crazy, I mean. So Greg was saying about the treatment of female veterans and the lack of services. Is that something that you see in Wasilla also? Or can you hear me?
In Wasilla, you said?
Yeah, in Wasilla. Is there a lack of female resources or healthcare clinics or healthcare options for female veterans?
You know, it's hard for me to say because I haven't had to reach out for anything like that. But it sounds like you know, down there in Sitka, it's Gregory, right?
Yeah.
That's down in Sitka.
Yeah, just Greg. Yeah, down in Sitka.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it sounds like your wife has it way worse than I would. I haven't had to reach out for anything specifically for women, but usually out here, if it's not available, like you said, you get referred to Anchorage. So with anything women's in the valley, they're just gonna shoot a referral over, and it's using the public. Oh, so as far as a female, what am I looking for? Resources.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically looking at a pass off to somebody else.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't laugh. But so you're in the populated area, I guess, in Alaska. You have the most.
Yeah, you guys are like in the boonies compared to me.
Just a tad.
Like, I thought I had it kind of bad, but then I was listening to you guys, and I'm like, no, they have it way worse than I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, like, Chelsea's down in Kenai, so I'm sure it's awful for her family and anybody that's down there, or if there is a station. But we have the craziest little stations everywhere. I have friends that are in Juneau, too, and they do the same thing that you do, Greg. They hop on a plane and they hop up here and they wait, and sometimes it's not till a day or two out before they, hop on that plane again.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I definitely have an advantage here.
Yeah. I mean, it's you. I mean, Target.
No, I'm trying. I'm a man trying to.
What else do you have there? I don't know what else is there besides Arby's and Target.
Oh. No, I try not to leave the house.
Yeah, they have a Fairbanks pack, and
If you're dead, you can sabotage still.
a special way of like, they have a special order for people going on Fairbanks from the.
No, great sauce,
Put everything separate, and I forget what they call it. I don't actually eat Arby's, so it's kind of crazy that they have a special way of packing a meal for people having another 7 hours. 7 hours.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Because we don't have. I think we just got a Sonic up here. The other day, and like people have been waiting in line for like 5 or 6 hours for drive-through at Sonic.
That totally happened when I opened up here. It was like all day everybody was in line. Like, you're crazy. It'll die down in a month and nobody will want to go there.
I know. It's like maybe the drinks are worth it, but no, I mean, wow, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It's right by the Walmart, so like there's a line. Every time I've gone up there, there's a line like 3 or 4 city blocks long. It's crazy. Going to Sonic.
But when I was stationed in Valdez, we made a joke that, when you're leaving the town, because somebody asked, where's the McDonald's? You say it was the second left, in the first stoplight.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah.
It's because it's like 200 miles away or something stupid.
Oh, so you're stationed down in Valdez?
Yeah, for a little bit. My ex-husband was. He was also in the Coast Guard. And that was pretty crappy getting healthcare down there too, man.
Yeah. Well, Valdez is probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever. Like when it's a nice day in Valdez, beautiful, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is.
But
But there would be times where I would miss my meds because they would be flying them in and there was a storm and, everything was shut. And I'd kind of like, they'll cut your meds so close, they should give you extra than, give you a little leeway, like give you 10 extra pills or something because, yeah, I went through withdrawals when I ran out because the plane didn't come in.
yeah.
Well, that's another thing we need to concentrate on. This Prince William Sound is horrible for storms and getting people out. So if there's any veterans out there, there's nothing for them. And
we
then
need extra cushion.
Got to get these little bush planes out to get people flying out. And yeah, so, and you think about the villages like north of Fairbanks or, Bethel, those kind of areas, Kotzebue.
I can't imagine.
You got to think, there's nothing up there. They always have to fly.
Yeah.
And we have it way better than any of them, but we don't have anybody to help with that, to say, hey, I'm in Kotzebue right now, this is what we deal with. So
yeah,
I imagine what they deal with because I know the location. So but yeah, so I'm lucky having an airport right here that you can get in and out easily. But other people aren't as lucky. So, and we get storms that shut us down for a day too, but it's not so bad as Prince William Sound. Holy cow.
Yeah, we had a freaking avalanche in the past one day and nobody could leave the town. It's pretty crazy.
It's like what where else does that happen at? You know what I mean? What is going on here? What is?
It keeps cutting in and out now.
Same here.
It's getting really bad.
What's that?
It might just be me, but I can't hardly hear anything anymore.
Let me change.
When you guys are talking.
Yeah, one second. How about now? Any good now? Any better? All right. Well, we lost him.
But we don't have anybody
I guess we're back on. Well, let's see if they come back on. But so for those who've been watching, I'm not sure what's going on with my internet here. Usually it's a little bit better. Yeah, but let's see. And this is why. This is Alaska, folks. Might be it. There you go. I don't know if he's gonna let him on. Oh. Well, the internet went down in Sitka, and yeah, his mobile battery data is low, but yeah, my internet's shot too. That's crazy. Well, I don't know how. Yeah. Well, I am gonna get off here because my internet's going to shit also. I apologize. If I'm still on right now, appreciate whoever was watching. Sorry about the bad internet, but like we said, this isn't something that is an individual employee from the VA's problem. It's a general failure in the system. Maybe not complete failure, but the way that it's ran, it's something that could be, I think, combined with other resources that they have up here that they don't utilize or they have utilized and it hasn't worked out. But other avenues of approach to try to get the veterans the health care and the resources that they need to survive up here. You know, I'm thinking like, yeah, it was our choice to move up here, but this is still America, and we should be able to get decent, realistic access to modern day medicine that doesn't take an entire day to go get a thing of amoxicillin or some type of test or blood drawn. I'm sure most places have blood draws, but it's something that is far more difficult for others than where I am right here. I mean, I'm 30 miles away from a international airport, but there's a lot of people, there's a lot of veterans outside of here that could definitely